Hi, Goddess of Awesome here, and today is day 8. Today is Monday, and I have now today been in the field for the whole 7 days, or I guess you could count today as 8 because, 7 days plus 1. Today is 8th, the 8th day, and I was really tired last night. I'm sorry if it's loud. I'm kind of near a door, and people are going in and out, but I don't have time right now to not talk to you. So I am just pressing forward. Sorry, my voice is a little harsh. If it is, I'm sorry. My body's feeling depleted from sleep. And last night I was definitely exhausted by the end of the evening. Partly, obviously I've been traveling. I'm in a new time zone, but also, I've been trying to figure out my computer all day yesterday, trying to delete files and make space so I can keep creating content for you. So all that's it's a little problematic for me. Not that I can't handle it, but I'm learning new stuff, so bear with me. When I fell asleep last night, I set my alarm with the idea of maybe I would have the gusto to get up and kick ass in a spin class this morning, which would have been 5:30 in the morning because they only had a 5:30 and then a 9. I definitely could not wake up for that. So I was kind to myself. I let myself sleep, which I definitely needed so much. Actually, I could use another 12 hours. I can tell. I could go down for a while, cheating myself on sleep for a while here on this trip. So anyways, when I got up this morning, I went to go put my ad up, right? And loudness, so sorry. I went to go put my ad up, and it had been flagged again, right? So that's not cool. I have come to this town many times, and I've never had this issue. I'm starting to think it's a girl, And let me tell you, I never check out people in the sections that I'm in. I don't scope my competition. I don't have the time to, and mostly I don't care, like if someone else is out there providing similar services, it doesn't, it doesn't challenge me, I don't think. I feel like, there's something out there for everyone, and, I just don't worry. If a town slows down for me, then I get out of there, which is so tempting to leave right now, but I have a couple people who are going to help me for you. I have one who might come in today, which is excellent. And another one on the way. Sorry, it's so loud. Another one on the way down to the next town. I might be able to stop. If so, tomorrow night I might be able to stop and do an instructional video for you. And he's super interesting. The one that's on the way to the next town. He's seen me in the next town, but he lives 2 hours or more away from it. So if I leave this one and go that way, I'll pass by his world, And he's fascinating because he has made some little contraptions that he enjoys being used on him, and I can't wait to demonstrate that for you in a video that will go on my personal website in my library that I'm creating for you. So getting back to my ad being flagged, so that's pretty messed up, When it was flagged before, I never went online to look to see if anyone was in town, any traveling girls or girls who might be of a higher echelon, because apparently my ad is worrying somebody. And I'm going to say worrying because I have some great photos, like really classy ones. At the end of this trip, when I'm no longer needing to be in the field like this, I will show you a couple pictures that I've been working off of. They're very classy, and obviously they are threatening to some people. So when I went online this morning to check and see who was in town, there's definitely a girl in town or coming to town right now who might be a comparable choice, or she might be in some competition. I don't look at women as competition. I think all women are beautiful, and we contribute, and we add, every woman's beauty adds beauty to women in general, I think. In college I had some great girlfriends, and we all moved into a house together. There was like 4 of us living in this great big house. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 5. 4 of us upstairs and 1 downstairs. So me plus 4 others. And we were all amazing, you know. And I always thought that none of us challenged each other's beauty because we were all so different, you know. Sorry, it's so much loud, and I'm right by a door. My room is right next to a big door that can go outside, which is not a bad thing for my purposes. Actually, I kind of like the location of my room, other than what's happening here. So getting back to girls in competition, I think girls, you know, I think each woman, like my roommates, we were each our own beautiful, unique flower. And you put us together, and those flowers enhance one another and create this gorgeous bouquet, right? Like each flower isn't challenging the beauty of the other flower. They enhance each other's beauty when you put them side by side. And that's how I feel with women, you know, but not all girls are that way. And we'll have to do a video on that at some point. But so this chick, so I now go looking to see who might have pulled my ad. And maybe it's her, I don't know. You know, the human nature kind of came out a little bit, and I felt touched. I don't know if spiteful is the right word, maybe it is, you know. I felt a little, you know, ticked that somebody would be going out of their way to keep yanking my ad down, you know, and almost made me feel like flagging hers, you know. I mean, do I know for a fact that it was her? No, I don't know that, you know. If I flag her, what's that going to do? You know, we're going to go on this teeter-totter of ripping each other's ads down, and we'll just keep wasting money and time. So right now, I am just going to not think about that. Sometimes you have to choose. You have to pick your battles, right? You have to choose where you're going to spend your energy and what you're going to focus on. And right now, my energy is focused on you, you know, and me. And me. So right now, I'm not going to worry about today. Today's Monday. Hypothetically, it could have been a fabulous day, like booked, crazy. This town, when I found this town last year, this is an unusual town. It's like 2 shifts exist in one day. Like where some towns, there might be people here. Like some towns, you're only going to get so much, right, in a day. This town, I've discovered certain times, this town is like 2 shifts in one day. You have the morning to the early afternoon, pretty much can make your my quota. And then it starts again in the afternoon and goes strong through the evening. It's like a day shift and a night shift in one day. It's like a double shift in one day. Like most working girls would be ecstatic to find a town like this. Because this town is worthwhile, right? This town is bang for your buck. This town makes sense to go that far to come to a town who's that busy. And why is it that busy? Because there's nothing around here, right? For miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Some people have to drive 2 and 3 hours into town to come see me. So these parts, you know, and I did this a few trips ago, it's really messed up to change your dates on people in towns like this. Because, like, say your travel plans didn't work right and you have to shift things around a little bit and push back or come in a little early. This town, like, the people need advance notice, you know. They won't be able to adjust if you come in early or late. You know, sometimes they've made plans in town other than what they're going to do, you know, come see you. They'll double up. They have to go to town anyways for whatever they need to do for their lives and businesses and homes and families. So then, you know, they'll double up. They'll make sure that they can come to town on the day that you're going to be there. So anyways, so this town is remarkable, and it's very annoying to know that my phone is not ringing right now, you know. I put my ad up again just now, but I don't know if it's going to get ripped down again real quick. So I do have an email list. I'm going to go through that. I was going to email people last night, but I was so tired at the end of the day. If you see my last video from last night, I haven't posted it yet. I'm going to post it today. I was tired. My eyeballs have, you know, that point when you get so tired your eyeballs ache, and they ache even worse when you close them, like they want to water and ache. That's what it felt like, and it feels like still. I definitely could use a good 12, 14 hours more. Too bad there's not a shot or a pill that would give you what sleep gives you, right? How many of us would just be full throttle getting things done? You know, you gotta have that rest to restore your body. So right now, I have a choice, right? I could be pissed off and fret about what's going on today. Or I could shift into a different mind frame and utilize this time as an advantage. And that's what I'm going to do. So right now it's just past 10. Yeah, 10:16 it says. So there's an 11 o'clock spin class. And I'm going. You know, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go get my feel-good feeling. And that's going to pump me up. It's going to amp me for the rest of the day and also the rest of the week. This is a big week. I'm only here for today and tomorrow. The next town is one day. The next town is one day. The next town is one day. So I'm going to cheat myself from sleep a lot again, you know. So right now I'm going to go get ready for a spin class. And real quick, so my client friend, who I've known for a long time, who I just met last year, but soulfully, I have known his spirit for a long time. He had offered weeks ago, when I mentioned coming up around this time of season, to go snowshoeing. I've never gone snowshoeing, ever. I think in a cartoon I may have seen somebody snowshoe, or even on television, you know. Maybe I don't watch TV, I don't have cable. I haven't had cable since I was a little kid. I could have cable, but because I never had cable as a little kid, because my mom couldn't afford it, I'm not in the habit of watching television. So, and I travel so much too that at home, I don't watch TV. If I do watch something, it's a box set, like The Big Bang Theory. Love that show. But I like it with no commercials, right? Or I'll do a movie. So I don't watch television. So snowshoes. My firmest recollection of seeing snowshoes would be a cartoon. I love cartoons. I have loved cartoons my whole life, and I will always love cartoons. Not every single cartoon, right? I'm particular with what I like, but I do enjoy cartoons. Like my library at home of DVDs has tons of Disney cartoons, the Flintstones, the Jetsons. You know, I love them. So anyways, snowshoeing. So I get to go snowshoeing. See, I have a choice. Am I going to fret? Am I going to try to grind? Am I going to get mad? Am I going to... You know, I could do all those things. Right now, in my purse, I have my rent money, my rent for next month. And what I really wanted to do was wait to a few towns away so I can put it in the bank and then pay it online. But I think what I'm going to do is just go to the store right now and get a couple money orders and send it out that way. That way it's off my person. You know, it's not good to walk around with a whole bunch of cash on you. You know, if police ever stopped you, even for a routine, like pulling you over, and they found a whole bunch of cash on you for whatever reason, they can take your money if they think it's dirty, or for whatever reason. It's weird. There's some stories out there of people having their money taken from police officers for one reason or another, and not even just within this realm, just normal people. So, to avoid anything like that, I'm going to just get this money off of my person and go mail it out. And then the next couple rents that I pay, I'll be able to hit a bank and pay it online. The reason I bring this up, I'm going to go back to snowshoeing real quick, and then I have to wrap this up because I'm going to go to class. But the reason I bring that up is last night, after I made a video for you, I was listening to some of my, you know, the content that I had created for you that was talking about sexual energy. And again, my room's right by a door, and I don't know if anyone's walking by listening to this. That's why sometimes I'm whispering. And certainly the video from last night, the last one, my voice was a little smaller, because I don't want people to hear this, right? I'm not trying to attract anything. I don't, you know, if you want to see me, you have to make a phone call, you know? So somebody came to my door last night at 11 o'clock at night and stayed at my door for a while. Now, at first I thought maybe they had the wrong door, right? Maybe their people are here and they're gonna meet them and they have the wrong room number. That happens a lot, right? That can happen. So with that in mind, I just, you know, kept quiet. I'm not gonna go to the door. I'm not expecting anybody. This hotel, I like it for several reasons. It's in a great location. It's easy to come in without having to go through the lobby, and several regulars. I've tried so many hotels in this town. Several regulars have told me they like this place the best, you know? So that works for me too. Anyways, this person who came to the door, now if you go up to the door, sometimes they can see the shadow under the door, which I don't think that can happen on this door. But they can hear your footsteps, you know? So all of that, I wasn't expecting anybody. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm just getting ready to crawl in bed. I am not going to go answer that door. The knocking continued. I was so surprised. It was knock, 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 like they knew me. And then after so long, knock, knock, knock. So it turned into 3, and that's how it kept going. I mean, a whole minute, like a minute would go by. I was like trying not to even to breathe, so no one could, you know, he didn't. I turned the volume down on my computer a little bit. I changed the videos so it turned to music, you know. And again, knock, knock, knock. This person was out my door 9 minutes, from 11 p.m. to 11:09. Now, I don't know who it is. I've never had someone knock on my door like that and stay for so long, you know? Did he have the wrong room? Was he trying to find his people? Or was it a cop? Now, if it was a cop, those knocks would be thunderous, right? I mean, the walls would be rattling if that was so. So I knew it wasn't that, right? I knew it wasn't that. Could it have been somebody who's been walking by and has just heard the ambient sound of my computer speaking about sacred sexuality? So I don't know, you know. But what I did was I did not answer the door. Did not answer the door. I did not speak. You know, I don't know who was there, but I was not gonna divulge to any person on the other side of that door that a female was on this side of the door. I mean, if that was just a random person, how did they know that I don't have a man in here with me, right? I have a boyfriend or a husband. Or how do they know that it's not a man in here, you know? So to keep those mysteries, to keep all of that, I did not speak or answer the door. And in time, that person went away. And I mean, I was so quiet for so long. I took my shoes off and tiptoed to the door so I could see, and nobody was there. And they never came back. So I don't know what that was about, but that was weird. Perked my ears a little bit, stopped my heart for a second, you know. I'm glad I wasn't in bed yet, because if I was in bed trying to sleep and that happened, that would have rattled my cage a little. And I was this close to calling the front desk to ask them if they were trying to contact me, and if not, could they make a pass by of my room, see who the heck was there, tell them to go away. And I'm glad I didn't do that, because the person went away and never came back. If they would have persisted, I would have done that. Having not done that just keeps things quieter for me. I always try to be as less present as possible. I don't make a ruckus. I try not to complain about anything. You know, when I see a maid cart, I get my towels and my extra sheets. Sometimes I ask the front desk if I have to, because like I tell them I do yoga or stretching and I need something to lay down on the floor. I'm not sure if someone might there right now. Anyway, so that's what happened this morning. And that's what's going on. Yeah, so someone took my head down. And then that person last night. And then, you know. So I have some choices to make, right? Am I going to fret? Am I going to get sad? And am I going to get pissed off? Am I going to get antsy and full of, you know, anxiety? And All those are choices. Everything I just named is a choice. I could choose to do any of those things. But being where I am right now, and with all the knowledge I have with this realm and my greatest purpose that I'm doing right now, I'm not going to let any of that bother me. So right now, I'm going to live a little. I'm going to go do a spin class. When I come back, I'm going snowshoeing for the very first time. I'm really excited. It's about a 20-minute drive to get to where I'm going, and then I get to snowshoe for a good 45 minutes or 50, and then we'll do 20 minutes back. I might end up getting some food. I'm going to try to go get another little disc if there's a Best Buy in this town. I don't know. So I can keep making videos for you. I have a new subject coming in today who's going to help me make an instructional video for you, so that's really exciting. And potentially I might have one tomorrow night who makes these amazing contraptions that I have just, he has to sell these on Amazon, and he's going to. He didn't know how to break into that market, but you know, if any of you out there are watching this and you feel like you need to make some more income, look up Amazon FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. You can go to the Amazon website and go all the way down to the bottom, and it will talk about start a business, how do you become this, all that jazz. Read it, you know, and then there's a lot of mentors out there who are online right now in this space, YouTube, who are teaching people how to do this. So I'm helping my friend here he made this contraption like 20 years ago. I didn't know that till we just talked, and it was 20 years ago. I almost thought he had made it recently, you know. But he's excited to get, you know, a prototype out and get it marketed, so you guys can enjoy it if you want. And in the meantime, I'm going to demonstrate how it works. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. So that's cool. So, okay, I'm going to wrap up this for today. Well, right now. I'm going to check back in with you later. I'm going to go spin. I'm going to go snowshoe. I'm going to get today flowing in good energy and have some good high energy probably by the end of the day. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll get to go to bed early. So, okay, so that's all for now. I am the Goddess of Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Bright blessings and be well.